friends, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Trina, and in today's video I'm going to be flipping through the pages in my 365 journal and my Commonplace junk journal for the month of September. So let's start off with this big one first. It has really been chunking over and I need to look for a band to put around this because we still have 3 months into this to fill out, and it's already very much, look at the spine on that. It has been very fun using this. However, it has been quite redundant that to be perfectly honest, for the month of September I have been catching up every now and then because I have been keeping up with it, but it's still fun. So let's go to September. I do have a sticker sheet here that I have just placed in here just to signify where it is, even though I have a ribbon here, that's fine. So this is the beginning of September. There's no theme in particular for the month of September. I just went ahead and used whatever I wanted because for the previous months I have been feeling quite a bit of a strain when it comes to themes, but that's fine. I really want to make this look like a place where I can freely do whatever I want, and that's always the purpose for journals anyway, to be able to express yourself creatively and not force yourself or force yourself into a challenge that will make you hate journaling. So yeah, so for the 1st of September I did read The Only One Left by Riley Sager. So if you haven't watched any of my previous videos, you had noticed that I use my leftover stickers, alpha stickers, and the Z to its side is an N, the F's are sometimes E. We'll get more into that. I do have a sort of guide later on, but you'll notice that it looks very much coded, and in a way I like that aesthetic. So The Only One Left by Riley Sager, I did like it. It's a 5 out of 5 for me. It is the first read that I have for this month, and somehow I have, even though I have only read 2 Riley Sager books, the theme or the pattern of how he writes a certain book, the beats of it all are somewhat the same, somewhat similar, but I like this better than the previous one that I have read, which was Lock Every Door. So yeah, 5 out of 5, I recommend it. This is the last day that I had my physical therapy, the 2nd of September, and I'm feeling so much better now after that. I do have a list here of I did a vlog for the month of September. I have 2 videos up on my channel wherein I won't end the video until I watched a 10 out of 10 series anime. So I listed down here actually all of those that I am looking forward to watching, or I feel I could give it a 10 out of 10. And so far this is the only 3 from this list that I have watched for the month of September. This page actually I pre-decorated. However, the evening after I set up this whole page and even wrote stuff here, journaled a bit, I actually pulled for Fremine, which is the younger brother of Lini and Lynette in Genshin Impact. I have a few pulls. I am at 0 pity. I just got Lini, and I actually have a video of this in my Cozy and Chaos vlog wherein I alternated between Child and Zhongli, whichever banner. I just want 1 copy of Femini basically. However, I am sometimes surprised of the luck that I have. I won 50-50 at my 3rd 10 pull and actually got Tartag. So yeah, I just tipped that in because I don't have any space left. So that's also a good addition, very much a tactile experience when it comes to your journals. And then we went to Roja City here on a little road trip. It was the, what do you call this, Paldean Adventures in Pokemon Go. I wanted to play it, and it is when a shiny Lechonk is available. I got 2 shiny Lechonks and also 4 other Pokemon that are rate up during that period. It's very fun. It's I got 1 Lechonk at our destination and 1 here when we were going home, shiny. So of course it was very fun. And also I finally finished my Masuda method of Minior. Masuda method is breeding a shiny through eggs, you put a foreign ditto, like a foreign nation ditto, and your own Pokemon, and then put them in the daycare center to get eggs and hatch eggs. So I finally finished the Minior, and I really love this. Minior is like one of my favorite shinies in Moon and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon Pokemon. And I named it Vix, actually. It's supposed to be it's Ruvix for like, if you're into K-pop, like years ago, we have Vix. They don't really produce that much music anymore because military service, disbandment, and like all of the artists are doing their own thing, like theaters, acting careers and such, gaming careers, and my best friend and I bonded over Vix so much that talking about it, I actually really miss them. And then I read another book. This is Leech by Hiron Ines, I think is how you pronounce. But I really love this book. I forgot if I finished it this day or the other day. I finished it here, so that's 3 days of reading. And it is a gothic horror sort of book. It's very medical horror, body horror, and it's about worms and such, and viruses, and like an epidemic situation, and also gaining freedom and autonomy over your body, and it's so nice. I really enjoyed it. To be perfectly honest, it was quite tame for my part. Like for my taste, it's like horrific, but not as horrific that I will just stop reading sort of situation, but it's still very much a suspense. So I really recommend it. Did I skip something? Oh yeah, I skipped. Oops, I skipped something. I actually read something before Leech, which is A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. This is a Game of Thrones like sequel story sort of situation about Dunk and Egg. It's fine. It's like a novella situation. It is actually my brother's book, and I was curious about it, so I read it. It's fine. Pretty much what Game of Thrones is. A lot of jousting, a lot of like civil wars and such, a lot of fighting, so it's fine. And then I am shiny hunting for a shiny female Salandit, because female Salandits are the only ones that could evolve into a Salazzle, and I've been finding males a lot recently until I finally got my female. And yeah, I finally got my female shiny on the 12th of September after getting 3 male Salandits shiny. And then this is an entry for September 13. So if I don't have any much writing for one day, I could also compress like 2 days worth of journaling in one page and then do this. So I always do like a full-on collage for my first main ever Albedo in Genshin Impact. I really love Albedo. Albedo is the reason why I even played Genshin in the first place, and it's his birthday on September 13th. He's also a 13 baby, so I'm very happy about that. And so yeah, I made another collage for him here, and then just continued with journaling. Here's another book that I'm actually reading, which is Pillar to the Sky. It is a sci-fi novel about aerospace engineers trying to build, or like propose to build, this pillar going to space so that it would be easier for like space exploration, and it's not as costly to use, because if you use like fuel to make your spaceships fly out to space, it costs a lot of fuel, but also you have to be bringing stuff as light as possible. And I actually going to, what do you call this? I'm going to DNF this book after like chapter 10. I think I'm at chapter 10, like around 200 pages out of the 500. So it's still entertaining for me. However, it gets more boring as like the troubles with the law and such, because legislation finds this as something like wasteful to put their budget on. And yeah, we have a 12-hour blackout due to maintenance again from our electric company. So we stayed at a hotel, and I just read, and I was really entertained by the first chapters. However, as time goes on, it's like getting boring, getting redundant. So I think I'm going to DNF this book. And then this is The World Is Still Beautiful. I finished watching it. It is one of my new favorites from the anime vlog that I mentioned earlier, and I really get last song syndrome from the song that the princess sang in this anime. It's very beautiful, very cute romance. And then these are also others that I have mentioned. I do have like an anime wrap up, so if you're interested in all of the anime that I have watched for the month of September, I will leave the link down in the description. And then I also got a random shiny Golurk. I don't have a Y anymore, so it's Shin Golurk. I went back to playing Sword and Shield. My version is Sword, and I wanted to hunt for a shiny Sinistea and a shiny Phalanx. But in the area where I was supposed to get a Phalanx like randomly, I ran into a shiny Golurk at the second encounter. Like, it was so random, and I let my friend Abby name him, and it's Gundam. It's fun. And then we have here, this is what I was talking about, my sticker surgery and code for all of the leftover stickers of alpha stickers that I have not used up. So for example, an F, you just imagine that there's an imaginary line. For a letter E, the U, if you could invert it, it could be an N. The letter P could be an R. Inverted letter J, or the number 7, could be my letter T. I just snip off this lower part for the Q to become an O. The letter C could also be an N or a U if it's like I don't have U's anymore. If you cut up the letter M, you could be a letter N, and inverted letter M, of course, is a W. Number 5 could be a substitute for an S, and then I don't include it here, but the number 3 could also be put on its side, or like you twist it and it becomes a letter E. And then I have like a letter V. If you cut it up and like snip off a little bit and attach it back, it becomes a letter Y. So that is like something that I do to save money, because there are a lot of different sticker sheets that I have lying around that still have a bunch of these stickers that I no longer could put to use, because rare is it that I'm going to use the letter J or the letter Q or the letter P or F even. Another thing that I did not add here is actually if you have a lot of letter X, you could just snip off the end and it could be a letter Y. I put letter Y here because my name, my in-game name or like my username is Takeiria, which has a Y, but I also have my second name, which is Aliza, which is spelled with a Y instead of an I, so that's why I use up a lot of letter Ys in the process. Here we have one of my shinies in Pokemon Sleep. I was looking at it funny because I just woke up and I looked at it and it looked funny, and somehow in my brain I forgot what a shiny crocodile looks like. Now, like, is that the spike supposed to be red? And the original one is a red one, and the shiny one is blue. So this is the second like middle evolution shiny that I have in Pokemon Sleep. And then I have watched finally Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5, and I'm very happy about it. You have here a very stormy day. I was prepping for Archon Cebu 2023 in here, and made a bunch of like scrunchies and pouches to bring to Cebu. And then this always happens whenever like my brother is out of town. He always gets like a, he always gets a order in Shopee for stocks. I am always the one who gets to deliver his packages. I'm just lucky that the courier is like very close by. And next we have here is my third shiny fail of my entire life. I accidentally killed a shiny Bounsweet, which was supposed to be the luckiest encounter that I ever had in like my SOS shiny hunting, because it arrived at 23 encounters, and I accidentally pressed Thunder Shock thinking it was Thunder Wave. So if you don't play Pokemon, Thunder Wave is a move wherein you can paralyze but not deal damage, and Thunder Shock is like a low, not necessarily low power, but it is a electric move that could basically kill anything if you're a level 100 Pikachu. And I killed the Bounsweet, and like, since my chain wasn't broken yet, I just continued on, hoping that my redemption is like fast. Nope, it's not. It was 202 encounters to get the second shiny Bounsweet. So like 100 and 70 something encounters after the first one that I've killed. But anyway, as I have here is my Tachukaigi. I almost like want to downsize this even more, but so far this is like all of the notebooks that I am thinking of either using for the next year or like transferring over or whatever. I will have a video for this in the near future. However, I'm still thinking because there's a lot of like questionables here. And yeah, I was saying in the previous like few videos that I have that I will wait for my birthday to pull on Novelty the Hydro Dragon. And I have seen a lot of people getting him or like losing 50-50, and I was like, I felt the FOMO and decided to just pull it. And I was so scared, I was so frustrated. I have a vlog of that wherein I just try to earn 160 primos and then pull 160, then pull, and still don't get one. But I got him at 77 using a bit of my Genesis crystals. So I did pay for a bit, but I'm just happy. It was nerve-wracking, to be honest, to be 50-50 and also use your Genesis crystals. So yeah, I finally got Novelty. And then Genshin 3rd anniversary, my friends and I took a lot of photos in Teapot. And then this is the end of September. I have all of my anime that I have watched for the month of September. And this guy is a buzzer beater. This is Novelty's weapon. I actually got it on the 30th, but I already set this up before, so I decided to just put it there. 64 pity. Basically, won both 50-50s on the banner of Novelty and the weapon. And this is like my early birthday present for myself. So this is the overview. I have one 50-50 from Child at 27, Ross Road Trip. A month full of shinies. I didn't really list down all of the shinies that I have this month because I have it in my Commonplace notebook. One Novelty at 77, and then Tome of Eternal Flow, the weapon. This is one of the photos that my friends and I took in her teapot, and a little bit of journaling and all of the books that I have read, and also manga that I have read for the month of September. So for the month of October, today is actually October 9th, I believe, as I'm filming this. So I have a few pages here already finished for the month of October, but since this is like cut properly, I won't be showing the next. There is also no theme to it. I will just do whatever I want for my birth month. And now we proceed to the Commonplace Junk Journal. My A6 jelly cover rings, and let's start off here. I have already transferred the August pages and other previous pages in like the previous, what do you call this, in a file folder that I have for all of my loose leaf. So this is all of my reads for the month of September, and I think that it would be a cute design. I read 5 or completed, almost completed 5 this month. I actually did not complete my Home Hero. It's still ongoing. Quite stressed out about it to continue. And then we have here my September look. This sticker parts are like flying off. I hope this would still stick. I might put like tape over it later, like clear tape, just to put it down. But this is my Tartaglia pull, the shinies that I have got in my Rojas Road Trip. Here is Vix, and also male shiny Salandit. This is the female that I have evolved into a Salazzle. This is not necessarily a what do you call this, a shiny or whatever, but this is like the best I've ever gotten from, which is this from? I think it was from Rodea, the Oceanid. I was farming for a child, and she gave me a gem, a chunk, and 3 of the boss materials, which usually you don't get chunks or gems, but the fact that she gave me a gem and 2 chunks, very lucky. And then I have also, this is a fun story. This is me Masuda method for a shiny Vllo. So I already got shiny Rowlet and shiny Litten years ago, and I was going for the last remaining starter, which is Vllo. I was talking to my best friend, and I was asking her between numbers, what do you call this? Between numbers 150 to 512, pick a number, and she was like 200. So I'm like, if only I could like get the shiny at 200, and I was like at 80 something when I was talking to her, and she was like, that's fine, the Vllo might surprise you and be very early. And we were talking, and I said, Shiny Primarina is like a blonde mermaid, and I was thinking to call the Shiny Taylor. So if it's female, then it's Taylor Swift, but if it's male, then Taylor is a very unisex name anyway. I got a male Shiny Vllo at 90, as soon as my friend said that you will get your Shiny soon, like it will just surprise you, and there it is. And I had to like look at it twice, because the Shiny of Vllo is very the only thing that is different about it is like the color part, and so you have to like stare at it to make sure. I do have like my Dragon Empire or Dragon Masquerade booster box cut out here because I am a Leonore main, so I just want to keep that there, and also Aurora and Chiru. I haven't finished watching the latest season of Cardfight Vanguard yet, and so the shiny luck continues here. This is the Golurk. I only got one Grubbin for Grubbin Community Day. The shiny Crocono, the Bounce Suite that I have failed and reclaimed, and the story of it, redemption arc, and also I kind of got bored of like just printing out all of my shinies and sticking it in. So going forward, I think I'm just going to put a list, like make it a list form similar to that of like my review. So because this is like very many and few and far in between to print out so often, so like I'm going to just make a list. I did get one shiny Oddish from Research Day, and then a random shiny Houndour, and this one is also a buzzer beater. I got this on the 29th of September. And then here we have Nivelette and my other stories there. So here I actually have one that is actually quite following the concept of a Commonplace book. This is something of a concept that I'm very much interested in, which is called Dungan, or it is like, what do you call this, will. It is like your life force sort of situation, and this is like my research of it. So whenever it is like in a darker shade of pen, it is the research, and my journaling is the one that is in the lighter pen. And then this is actually a very funny thing, because I made this, I watched MNJ TV and Pokemon 7, or PM7 rather, and so they made this video of doing this website on picking and choosing all of your favorite like Pokemon, and then there's a shiny version. So I did the shiny version because I'm a shiny hunter, to see which Pokemon is like my ultimate favorite shiny, and these are all of it. I don't know if you can see, it's a very like pixelated, so I'm just going to do that. You may pause if you want. And like I'm looking for trends on whatever it is that I am finding that is my favorite. So I noticed that whenever it's like silver, white, with gold accents, or like with black with purple or like blue accents, I really enjoy. But my overall favorite shiny is shiny Hisuian Zorua that I have here. I didn't want to put Metagross or like Rayquaza, because that is like very much a common thing. However, I think shiny Hisuian Zorua is also a common favorite shiny for most shiny hunters. And I also cut this up just to fit the 2 pages and also add some journaling here. However, I stuck it in wrongly, because this is supposed to be the first one, so this page is supposed to be here. But I was thinking about it, at least I don't need to like from the title, I have to like pull it there, so at least I can see that, oh, this is Gen 1, so everything from Gen 1, everything from Gen 2. That's easier that way, and just decorated the outside. Yeah, so that's it actually. Only a little bit for my Commonplace junk journal, but I really did enjoy this whole like journaling about my September luck, because it is quite a lucky month for shiny hunting for me. And that is it for this video. And so thank you guys for watching and for hanging out with me. I do hope you found like inspiration and other ideas that you could put in your own journal, and also a reminder to never be pressured to journal. Make each and every notebook yours and just have fun with it, because what is the point of journaling if you are only forcing yourself to be something else that you are not? And that is it. Thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next video. So until then guys, thank you, and bye.